Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
It's indeed a great day to be at Essex County College.
Yes, indeed.
To my Board of Trustee members, Chairman Trustee Calvin Souder, Trustee Rita Salas, and Trustee Grimes, to our students, our faculty, staff, it is not every day that we have such a distinguished group of officials visiting our campus. By having Congressman Donald Payne Jr., our County Executive Joe DiVincenzo, or U.S. Senator Cory Booker, U.S. Senator Robert Menendez. Through their efforts and support, we are happy to report that Essex County College received $819,100 to train students for jobs in the healthcare field. This funding is through a consortium grant with 12 of the New Jersey two-year institutions. This is Essex County College's third U.S. Department of Labor Trade Adjustment Assistance Community College and Career Training TAC grant. Essex County College previously received the Department of Labor TAC grants for the amounts of $2.75 million to create cybersecurity and networks, software development, and health information technology programs, and another TAC grant in the amount of $1 million to create a set of credentials for logistics supply chain management. We are also here at our Center for Health Sciences building to commend Associate Dean Keith Kirkland of our Community and Extension Programs and Mitra Chowdhury, our Director of Training, Inc., and their entire expert staff. And their entire staff that worked on this grant application. These job training programs are critical for workforce development and for preparing Newark and Essex County residents for relevant and substantial employment. First, I would like to introduce Joe DiVincenzo. I'm still practicing his name, yes I am. For continuing to support our initiatives to move this college into the 21st century. Our county executive has been a friend and the #1 cheerleader of this college for years. We can always depend on him to support Essex on any project by providing whatever county resources are needed. As the chair of our County Board of School Estimate, we always count on Joe D to provide us with the funds to keep our college growing as we produce great graduates. Everyone, here is our county executive, and also, I would be remiss if I did not say that we recently received almost $20 million of New Jersey higher ed bond funds to improve the academic infrastructure of our institution. And I want to publicly, again, thank our county executive for the influence and the support for those funds. Here's our county exec, Joe D.
First of all, to President Gail Gibson, to the Board of Trustees, to the faculty, but most importantly to the students, there's no question I've been elected. Well, I was 13 years as a freeholder, so I'm going on my third term as county exec, so that's 25 years. And Essex County College, no question, is the best college, community college in the state of New Jersey. I'm very proud of the leadership that we have here and where we're moving, how we're going forward. I just want to, our job is to making sure we bring money into this county, but also throughout the state. I want to thank our federal officials, of course, Congressman Donald Payne, but we're very fortunate not only to have a great congressman that represents this district, but we have outstanding 2 United States senators. And I could tell you, in just a short period of time, Bob Menendez has been a congressman, U.S. senator, and you need to have Bob on your side, and Bob's been there for the people of Essex County. That's what I can tell you. Now, he's Batman, you're only a little Robin. Cory Booker, all I can tell you is we know what we're talking about today as far as getting grant dollars, but because of these 2 men, Menendez and Booker, we were able to receive over a $30 million grant for road improvements in South Orange, Joyce. Okay, there, because of their support. We'll be announcing this soon. We got another $14 million, 14.2 down at the port that's going to create what? Jobs. Just like the construction in South Orange, jobs for people. And today is no different. today, once again, they're bringing home the goodies here for the people of Essex County, but most of all for the students. And we're just fortunate, like I said, to have two great United States senators representing not only Essex County, but the state of New Jersey. And I just want to thank you both, and also Congressman Payne, for everything that you do for this particular district. Thank you.
Congressman Donald M. Payne Jr. has always maintained that education is one of the best economic investments we can make. He has stood by that statement when he was on the Newark City Council and as a county freeholder and now as congressman. In his role on the House Small Business Committee, he is working to increase job training programs such as the one we are announcing today. The congressman is no stranger to our college, as he has come here on many occasions to meet with our students. It gives me great pleasure to once again welcome to our Essex County College campus, Congressman Donald M. Payne Jr.
All right, Don. Thank you. Very happy today to help announce this $15 million grant, which will be awarded to 12 New Jersey community colleges to train students for jobs in the healthcare field. And as we know, with the Affordable Care Act being implemented, that this area is going to grow. We are taking in more and more Americans that are going to get quality, affordable health care, and we're going to need the people in that field to make sure that they get that quality health care. So I'm especially proud to announce Essex County College is receiving $819,100. Hudson County Community College is receiving nearly $823,000. And Union County College is receiving $804,000. These institutions in my district have been pillars of their communities, and they have been instrumental in providing students of every age the skills they need for the jobs that are needed right now. This grant will help these colleges continue to do this good work, and it is well deserved. This tremendous opportunity for Essex, Hudson, and Union County Community College to grow, and it's an exciting day for the people of New Jersey and the 10th Congressional District. So I will continue to advocate in Congress for this important funding of critical programs that benefit the entire community. And just let me say, as Dr. Gibson mentioned, Essex County College has been near and dear to my heart for decades, and I'm just delighted that I also represent Hudson and Union's county colleges. And we just need to continue to make sure that our young people are prepared for the jobs of tomorrow. And as my job in the Congress, I'll make sure that we continue to advocate for the dollars that flow here in New Jersey. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Congressman. Senator Bob Menendez grew up the son of immigrants in a tenement building in Union City and has risen from local school board member, mayor, state legislator, and congressman to become one of 100 U.S. state senators and chairman of the powerful Senate Foreign Relations Committee. Throughout his 40-year career in public service, he has earned the reputation of a fighter for New Jersey families who puts their economic security and homeland security ahead of powerful special interests. It is my pleasure to introduce New Jersey's senior United States Senator, Senator Bob Menendez.
All right, thank you. Well, thank you very much. Thank you, Madam President. I like using that term whenever I can. Sign of things to come. In any event, and congratulations to you on your new leadership of a great institution, not just in Essex County, but for New Jersey. So we look forward to working with you in the long term. I'm always thrilled to be with the county executive whose motto has been, through all of his years, putting Essex County first. And he has done that in every singular way. I never forget, at the last Democratic convention, he was with me having dinner, and we had all of the CEOs of different companies coming by, stopping by our table to say hello. And he said, who's that? I said, this is the CEO of this. I won't say what the company's were. It's the CEO of that. He goes, do you think they'd be interested in the turtleback zoo? I think one of them were. In any event, so I appreciate the county executive's laser-like commitment to the people of Essex. I'm thrilled to have a tremendous partner in the House of Representatives. We can get nothing done unless both houses can agree, and particularly when our advocacy comes together. We are strongest when that happens. And of course, Donald Payne understands the very essence of educational opportunity as the gateway to social and economic progress. And so he is a fantastic advocate, and we are so thrilled with his leadership in the House of Representatives. So Congressman, thank you very much for all of your work. The only reason that I get to be, according to the county executive, is Batman, because Batman's older than Robin. So, I don't know about that description. But in any event, I do have a fantastic colleague in the United States Senate who, in a very short period of time, has excelled at making an impact on behalf of all of the 9+ million people in New Jersey in the Senate. Cory Booker understands very clearly from his days as mayor, from his quest for educational excellence and opportunity for every child, regardless of the happenstance of where they were born, has been a tremendous advocate in the Senate. And I'm looking forward to him coming back to the Senate and having a long term to work with me in the United States Senate. So, Senator, thank you very much for all of your efforts as well. And to all of the trustees here at Essex and to others who maybe from some of the other community colleges who have joined us as well, we're thrilled to announce a total of $15 million in job training funds for 12 New Jersey community colleges, including those that you've heard for Essex. This is to promote private-public partnerships that link students to particularly skilled jobs that local businesses need to fill in high demand, particularly in high-demand healthcare. We're talking nurses, emergency technicians, home health aides, medication aides, medical administrative assistants, and other credentialed professions. This partnership between our state's community college and local employers pairs people seeking new career opportunities to businesses who ultimately need a skilled labor force in order to remain competitive in the 21st century economy. And in doing so, we prepare the next generation of skilled American workers. We're here today to talk about not just money and grants, but people and tremendously good paying jobs in New Jersey. We're here to talk about what we can do together to close the skills gap and maximize job training, and what we can do to build a workforce that can build New Jersey's economy and help make America a leader in the global marketplace. The bottom line is we need a national commitment to provide Americans with 21st century skills to fill 21st century jobs in a 21st century business environment, and it ultimately takes the signs of this growing economy and ultimately drives it into long-term competitiveness and growth. Now, when those who lost their jobs went looking for new work when the recession hit, many found that it wasn't just that their job was eliminated, but an entire industry. The skills they spent their entire life developing were suddenly obsolete, so we began a vicious cycle. The longer a person is unemployed, the further they are disconnected from the labor workforce, the harder it is for them to get hired. And this pushes them away from the workforce and exacerbates a downward spiral. Successful joint public-private partnerships between business and community colleges can be the perfect job training marriage. Sitting at the crossroads of the business and education world, our colleges, like Essex County College, show us the potential of how we can maximize vital educational links to bring workers together with businesses. And that's, in essence, what these grants are all about, to train individuals in our state who are looking for an opportunity matched with the businesses that need that human capital to fulfill their own needs to grow, and in doing so create a synergy for economic growth for everyone. Finally, I want to use today's announcements to continue to pursue, this is great, but there is so much more to do. I think about our community colleges, as I've always said, as the gateway to educational opportunity. For so many of our citizens, this is the portal to that educational opportunity. I also think it has been underused in terms of creating the collaborative link with the private sector to fulfill their human capital needs. And one of the things that I'd like to see us now do, in addition to having the resources for the training, is to say to a company, if you are willing to take an individual who, because of the training skills that are provided at an Essex County community college, and have that individual employed, that we should look at giving you a tax credit so that ultimately we match the job, the need, and the individual to that real opportunity and make a difference in people's lives. So as a member of the Senate Finance Committee, that's the next frontier. I know Senator Booker will help me with that from various perches that he has in the Senate committees that he represents, and together, working with Congressman Payne and working with our community colleges, we can unlock a tremendous potential. I am amazed when I travel the state, this will be my final comment, and talk to CEOs of major companies in our state. And I say, what can you do to create jobs? And they say, well, we're constantly working on that, and we talk about different opportunities and what incentives would help them create jobs. But then they turn to me and say, but let me tell you, Senator, we have jobs that are going unfulfilled because we cannot match the specific skill sets that we need to the jobs that are available. It is not acceptable for us as a state to have unfulfilled jobs and have unfulfilled hopes when we should be able to match both of those together. And that's what we're committed to, and that's what starts here today. Thank you very much.
Last but certainly not least, Senator Booker has been a staunch advocate for supporting our students and the workforce through his legislation like the Simplifying Financial Aid for Students Act of 2014 and the Leveraging and Energizing America's Apprentice Programs, otherwise known as LEAP Act. We are happy he chose Essex County College as the site to announce this funding. We applaud the great work he has done across the state as senator, and I think he was renamed today by our county executive and Senator Menendez. So I would normally say Senator Cory Booker, but it might be Senator Robin Booker.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. It is good to stand here in Essex County College, and indeed, Madam President, we're just senators. You are the president. It is an honor to be here. This county college has served as a bridge for so many people from such diverse backgrounds, a bridge from where they are to where they can be. It has helped people with humble hopes make heroic happenings, from aspirations to attainment. This is an extraordinary place that I've gotten to know over the last 15, 20 years, and I am inspired every time I walk in here, and I want to thank you for your leadership and for your stewardship and for the vision you have and the course you've charted. Thank you very much. I want to just give note to a previous speaker who is and has been for a long time my big brother, County Executive Joe D. Don't have to say the name, just say Joe D. Joe D, trust me, I learned that early. But Joe D is probably one of the more extraordinary leaders we have in the state of New Jersey. He is single-minded, as the senator, my senior senator, found out. I can't sit down with him without him talking to me about a park, a statue, a zoo. How can I get money here, Corey? Who can I shake down there? He is running this county better than it has ever been run and accomplishing things that others said could not be done. So I want to give just my gratitude and love to Joe D. And then it's a simple lesson: you cannot have joy unless you have pain. I want to give it up for my congressman who represents me where I live, but more than that, a longtime friend, someone who has served the city from the grassroots and now is honorably serving this district down in Washington, D.C. And you really know a person when you get a chance to walk in their shoes. Being down in Washington, D.C., I am proud to say perhaps the best thing I can say about him is that he is living up to the example that was set by his great father. Thank you very much, Don. Don, tremendous. All right, people. He wishes he had Bruce Wayne's money. But the truth of the matter is we are the luckiest state in America to have this great senator serving. And folks do not know, right now we are at a time when there is a crisis of Ebola in Africa threatening global health, where we have ambitious aims by a leader in Russia seeking to attain more territory, threatening European and global stability, where we have a crisis in Syria and Iraq. And please know, one of the most important leaders in the world has always been, and going back throughout history, the chairperson of the Foreign Relations Committee. They have the stewardship of the co-equal branch of government, being the United States Senate and Congress. And there's no more trusted figure globally that when someone like Prime Minister Modi from India comes here, he comes to meet with the president, but he also comes to meet with our senator. When dignitaries come, when crisis breaks out, one of the people the globe turns to is the United States Senator from the state of New Jersey. But he is not just a person that is helping to advance American interests and leadership abroad, because he is on top of the details up and down the state. He does not get the acclaim that he deserves because he is truly a global figure of great leadership who cares about New Jersey. And I just want to give credit to the Starsky to my Hutch, the great Senator Menendez. So we are here for a purpose. This is hallowed ground. This is sacred soil. We are at Essex County College. As I said earlier, this is a tremendous place that is actually standing in the breach between the American dream and the American reality. The greatest ambition of any nation cannot be achieved unless it educates their young people. But an education is not about a degree or a piece of paper. It must be about empowering people to work, to get a job, to have financial security. Without that, education is for naught. And so today we are proud to announce this grant, $15 million for a dozen county colleges up and down the state, focused on the essential purpose of creating linkages and partnerships between these educational institutions and those that actually have the jobs. Please understand, Don Payne and I were in the trenches here in Newark when we saw the challenges with a downturn economy, that what we had to find a way to do is to create jobs in our community. And the way you do that is you focus on making sure the youth are trained. If you look around the city right now, something Don does not get enough credit for, and you see hotels and office towers going up, it was Don Payne when he was president of the council and myself as mayor and said, you're not going to build those structures here unless our children get into apprenticeship programs from Newark, New Jersey, and get the opportunities to have the jobs of today and the jobs of tomorrow. We have to be a society focused on preparing our young people, not just for jobs, but for the jobs of the future, for 21st century employment. And my senior senator said it best. Right now, there is a crisis in America, yes, with unemployment rates too high, but when you talk to industry, the crisis is that they say, from manufacturing to healthcare to biomedical research, you talk to all businesses. And one of the biggest complaints that I hear up and down the state of New Jersey is that they do not have the skilled individuals willing and ready to take the jobs that are available. In fact, a survey in our country of businesses has come up with the critical fact that there are 4 million jobs in America that are going unfilled right now because there are people that are not trained and prepared for those jobs. 4 million open jobs in America today. That is unacceptable. That is a failure of us as a society to prepare our young people for the possibilities that are out there. This is why the very first piece of legislation I did as a United States Senator, in a bipartisan way, partnering with a Republican from South Carolina, was to put in the LEAP Act, which was focused on giving tax breaks to small businesses who will hire and train our young people in apprenticeships. This is critical work of our society. And the best positioned people to do it actually are in our county colleges. When they link up with industry and design their curriculum, programs, and placement for business, we create win-wins. It's a win for the business and industry. It's the win for the young person. And it's a win for our society as a whole. And so today I'm proud of this program. And please do not think that these dollars were not hard fought. Please. In a Congress right now where there are these aggressive austerity individuals trying to cut everything, not realizing that we can't cut our way out of this problem, that we can't give tax credits and tax breaks, to millionaires and billionaires and forget that an economy is driven by the middle class. And you actually build this country by focusing on the middle class and building this nation from the middle class out. And so these dollars that we celebrate today had to be defended, had to be fought for, had to be advanced by leaders in Congress. That's why I'm proud of Senator Menendez and Congressman Payne standing in the trenches with them, battling for every single dollar. Don't take for granted that this past month, Senator Menendez stood and announced over $1 billion for infrastructure investments in this state right now, helping to make sure that the next hurricane comes doesn't destroy, but we are resilient. It's important to plan for the future, but Senator Menendez in his remarks mentioned that this is going to create hundreds and hundreds of jobs today. Please understand that when we stand up and announce resources that are coming to this state, whether it's for roads and bridges in South Orange, or whether it's for our industry and our port authority and our infrastructure, all of those things help our state go stronger in the future, but they create jobs for our young people today. And so that's gotta be our focus, empowering employment and our young people to get those jobs. I wanna say one more thing. You know, we here at Essex County College, and the president could attest to this, there are young people in this college. I would argue probably the majority of the people at Essex County College have to work every day just to afford tuition. We all know that. I've been coming to this college, you and I, Don, this is not our first rodeo at this college, okay? They don't teach rodeo here, do they? And when we come here, we meet peers that are coming back to get their college education. Sometimes they're humble and they know they have to start with here remedial classes. They're working full-time jobs, taking remedial classes, raising their families. The people that are at this college, don't let anybody talk down about them. The folks that are here are fighting battles many people just don't know anything about. And sometimes the difference between them being able to be here and not is programs that are fought for and battled for by congresspeople like Payne and Menendez. You know this, Madam President, that without Pell Grants, we would lose thousands of kids at this county college and all over the state. And so when you see Tea Party folks and austerity folks battling with us to cut these essential programs that are the difference between people being in poverty and prosperity, from difference of people having a dream and living the dream. This is what we fight for every single day. And one of the things that Senator Menendez and I did right before we left is stand up in the well of the Senate and say it's gone on too long. Children in our colleges in New Jersey are graduating with too much debt. The average person is graduating, they may get that degree, but they are so far underwater that they are seeing themselves go behind on their mortgages, seeing themselves go behind on their car payments, seeing themselves not having the resources to keep a roof over their head. It has to stop. The average New Jersey resident now who goes to college is graduating with nearly $30,000 in debt. And so this is the work that we must do to make a true pathway for every American to achieve their American dream. This is the path that we must go in connecting our young people to training and then to jobs, and then making sure that they can walk that pathway without being crippled by growing debt. Today is a day of celebration. We have taken a good step forward that will empower thousands of people across our state to get good middle-class jobs. But the work must continue. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you, Senator Menendez, Congressman Payne, Senator Booker, and of course our county exec. Before we conclude, I would like to invite, first let me recognize, I saw one of our other trustees walk in, Trustee Wesley Jenkins. Also, I want to welcome our freeholder president, Lonnie Watson, and our freeholder, Carol Clark. Thank you all for coming.